Upgrades.
Hey, it's Jorge giving you a quick exclusive review of the new movie, The Bad Guys 2. If you guys saw the first Bad Guys, you kind of know what you're getting in for on this one. The synopsis of this one is the bad guys are struggling to find trust and acceptance in their newly minted lives as good guys when they are pulled out of retirement and forced to do one last job by an all-female squad of criminals. And let me just start off by saying this movie was great. Like, I was blown away by just how much they were able to put into this movie. And it wasn't a long movie. It was like about an hour and 45 minutes or so. But the amount of entertainment that you got in that hour and 45 minutes was hilarious. This movie just kind of goes to show you what you can truly do with just a fun story and fun characters that you've, kind of seen and understood. Watching this whole movie, you kind of get reeled into what life is like for, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Snake, Shark, Piranha, and Tarantula, which is so much fun. Like, you kind of see these guys just doing their best and trying to just make it at the end of the day. And it's phenomenal just kind of seeing how all this has played out. And when you get this new group of female, I guess, bad guys, they bring such a dynamic to all this. And it's very cool kind of seeing how Mr. Wolf, kind of like the leader of this group, how he has to deal with a lot of the back and forth that's going on here, and how that's, progressing, and how him as a character is dealing with, A, being a good guy, and then B, just dealing with his life and everything that's going around it. I think for me, like when you start looking at all these characters, obviously Mr. Wolf has the biggest impact and all that throughout all this. But for me, Mr. Shark by far had some of the funniest parts in this movie at all, bar none. Like, you are cracking up in just about everything he's doing, which is super cool and super neat. I will say, when you kind of see it all playing together, and how it all just kind of breaks down, it is super cool how they were able to progress a lot of this story while still maintaining kind of like its roots. And this is one of those movies that realistically didn't need a sequel, but now that we got a sequel, I'm ecstatic to see how this movie keeps progressing and this series keeps progressing, because it's fun. Like, in the theater where I was at, not only were kids cracking up, adults were cracking up. It's just full of exactly what you're looking for in like a kid's movie. You want your kids to be engaged. Both of my kids were like glued, watching this in the theater. And yet for the adults, it has enough adult humor and it has hilarious interactions that you yourself are kind of taken aback at, like, whoa, this is a kid's movie. Like, when you truly start to think about it. Overall, the more you kind of dig into these characters, the more you're like, man, like, this is an amazing group of, like, just collective odd bunch, which reminds you a lot of like an Ocean's movie in a sense, where you have this motley crew of people and magically they just all work together. So when you're looking at Mr. Wolf, the Snake, Piranha, and all this, you would never put them all together in a team, but yet it works, and it works so well. One thing that I will say, which kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, I completely love the soundtrack of this movie. Most animated movies have really good soundtracks to them to kind of just keep you engaged and all that. This movie, though, it took it to a different level. The soundtrack was on point, like from start to finish. This was amazing, amazing, amazing. I will say the story that this movie shares and shows was also really good. It was so well done. I really enjoyed all the kind of like twists and turns that the movie was going through, and the whole time you're trying to figure out how they're going to do what they're going to do, and it is phenomenal kind of seeing how it all plays out at the end and seeing, you know, how it all ends. I will say, just to be kind of, you know, how it is, there are two end credit scenes. One of them worthwhile, the one after the end credit scene, so after watching all the credits, if you want to stay to see it, go for it. You're not missing out anything if you don't. The mid-credit scene, though, awesome, and gives you something to truly look forward to, which is really cool. I won't spoil it, won't say anything else, but it's something definitely super cool about it. Overall, if I had to rate this movie, in terms of just how much fun I had in it and just how great these characters were and how they kept building on it from the first movie. And this is wild, but I mean, I'm probably going to give this like a 9 out of 10. Like I was thoroughly entertained from start to finish. And the animation was really well done. They do these it reminds you almost of like Spider-Man and like the Spideyverse, you know, like they do a lot of normal animation, and then they almost put a little bit of an anime twist on it. And the only time I've seen that, you know, with DreamWorks was with the last Puss in Boots, where the animation is just super crisp, very, very impressive and just very well done. But overall, you know, like I said, 9 out of 10. Go check this out in the theaters. Like, DreamWorks crushed this movie. They are doing these book characters so well. This is one, you know, definitely to watch, enjoy. If you have kids or if you don't have kids, still watch it. Like, you will have a fun time. But as always, this is Jorge. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys saw it. Who were some of your favorite characters? And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.